Hey roomies, Paula Sylvester here, aka Paula Patio. I hope you're having a great day. I know I am. Here's what's been happening since the Microsoft update, which took place last Wednesday, Thursday. Briefly, I don't have my pewter back, and I'm praying I get good news. But meanwhile, I'm going to share some news stories, and hopefully you'll be able to compare them to the Bible, which specifically refers to signs of end times. So let's take a look at these headlines. Homeless man slams boy. This is the little boy who is waiting for the pizza man with his brother in his grandfather's driveway at the grandfather's home. Child who's an adult? This is a very interesting story, and it really makes you wonder. Jesus shoes? This got me very distraught. How disrespectful. 2 teens arrested in death of Ohio photographer? Shame. Shame, shame, shame. What are these kids thinking of? Where do they get these ideas? This is an interesting article. The smaller than micro bikini public exhibitionist. That's my headline. We also have the invasion of the SnakeHead fish. How about the assault and robbery of teens at a Maryland mall? Which, in my opinion, the assaulters were teens themselves. Shame, shame, shame. What kind of upbringing are these kids being raised with? What kind of values, morals? Sexual predators in Congress? And these liars and cheats are making laws? We elected them into their position, and what they're doing is paying off people who decline their sexual advances, paying a minimum of $400,000 per incident. Shame, shame, shame. I want to know who these yahoos are. Then we have smoke and flames pour from sewers in California. My question is why? This is at Porter Ranch, which is near Northridge in the San Fernando Valley. More sex trafficking, yup. And let's talk about Project Veritas, the CNN exposure. And they want us to trust them with giving us the news? Are you serious? Not after hearing this. I don't trust any of them. And then we also have the super typhoon in Japan, which, according to what was written, was worse than the 1958 typhoon. But we're not hearing anything about that, are we? And then we have the Ventura County woman accused of sexually assaulting 2 14-year-old boys. Where is her head? And then the North Carolina woman accused of raping a 5-year-old boy. What is wrong with these people? And since we're on the topic of children, let's take a look at this. This makes me sick. A couple of days ago, I had to go and pick up a water pill prescription at my favorite store, which is Walmart. And since I was there, I decided to pick up a few things. As I was standing in line for checkout, a lady around my age pulled up behind me with her cart. When I looked at her, she decided to take the opportunity to share her dissatisfaction with the high cost of coconut water. Now, I suggested that she grab a machete and the free coconuts in her neighbor's tree and drink that instead. But she shared with me that she has a fear of machetes, and she's afraid that she's going to chop off her hand or something like that. Of course, I agreed on the machete part, but I also interjected, prices will continue to rise and it's only going to get worse. I also said to her, keep Jesus in your heart because he's coming back soon and I don't want to see you left behind. Suddenly, she was looking at me as if I had several heads on my shoulders, and then she asked me why I thought that way. You know, I stood there for a second and I took a deep breath and I said, look around. What do you see? Out in the world you see homelessness, abuses of all sorts, Look at California. What are they experiencing? I have a friend who's an ER doctor over there, and he's not too happy about the Ebola and Black Plague and typhoid and other diseases that we at one time had under control, but not anymore. And you turn on the news, and what do you hear? What do you think you're hearing? Do you think you're hearing the truth? And what about the sex trafficking rings that they've been busting up all over? We had our own Palm Beach perv, Jeffrey Epstein. And what about the shady politicians and the voter fraud? And what about the kids who don't respect their teachers or their parents or adults or law enforcement, just to mention a few? This isn't new to me. I've been expecting this since I was a little kid. What you're experiencing is end-of-day signs pointing to the Lord's return. Everything that's happening out there in the world, it's written down in the Bible. The big alarm to me that announced the countdown clock sounded on May in 1948 when Israel became a state. That is written in Isaiah exactly as state in a day. The lady, she couldn't get away from me fast enough and she moved into another lane. But these are the types of people that we're experiencing out there in the world. I try to get the word out to people. And maybe when they leave me, or as they're lying in bed at night and they're thinking about their past days' experiences, maybe I float back into their head again about end of days. Maybe they discuss it with their significant other. I don't know. But hopefully I cattle prod them into digging deeper and finding the Lord. If they have the Lord in them, it's not for me to say yes they do or no they don't. I just plant seeds. I'm just an alarm sounder. At least that's how I feel. I feel as if I am an alarm sounder. That's what I am. I'm sounding the alarm. The Lord is coming back real soon. And I really don't know what else I could do besides maybe getting a bullhorn system and driving up and down the street, maybe getting t-shirts printed up. The Lord is coming back real soon. I don't know, but this I feel in my heart, in my bones. He is coming back real soon. Window of opportunity, the window is shutting or the door is closing. We are one day closer to going home. And what was recapped in most of the articles in modern terminology today is ongoing lawlessness, pestilence, natural disasters, no self-control or discipline. So that's about all for now. In the meantime, definitely keep Jesus in your heart. Be super glued to Jesus. He is coming back real soon. I don't want to see you left behind. Bye-bye.